Now we're recording only a little bit late. So,
Good.
the quick
So which
pickup for
direction did... Yeah, go ahead.
the quick pickup for us watching this in the future. They went around Wrathkeep to the left, the much harder to navigate direction. However, the less populated and traveled area, and now a strange figure has come before you. So,
Which direction did we end up going from Wrathkeep? Just so...
you're still ostensibly headed north, but your sense of direction at this particular moment is not operating properly.
Whenever we were standing in front of the keep, did we go to the east or to the west?
To the left, which would have been west, which is why I said I got it backward, because west was the road less traveled.
No.
So.
Okay, that answers my question.
So, Bran, having heard what I just said about this creature, she then... Oh, yes?
Well, I was going to say, you may want to recap that as well, possibly.
Okay. So I'll just a quick recap version. You get the feeling that this creature was a witness to what happened to the Wardens years ago, and tried to help by hiding some of the fleeing Wardens from the eyes of the ghostly horde that was upon you.
Yep.
Then she looks at Jules. Jules, you feel fear, but it isn't coming from your heart. It's coming from somewhere else. You feel a presence that you've known for years, and it is trying to get away from where you are, flee your body, and you have never felt him scared before. Is he still muted?
Oh, nice.
I wasn't muted. You tripped me out. I wasn't muted. No, I was deep breath.
You're good.
Okay. And then she turns and looks at Dubar. For you, Dubar, the gaze is, in a very odd way, familiar. In some ways, even comforting. Part of you wants to reach out and take hold of the figure, but as it meets your gaze, you can actively feel, a touch of love. Something about this creature reminds you of the Queen of Fairland.
I know about the Queen's background as well, to some degree, right?
Yes. She told all of you.
Yes. She told us there was something that, like, with how she's like the same person, but not the same person, and it had something to do with something Fae. Which I wrote down somewhere, but remembering when that was a long time ago. Am I on the right track now?
You are remembering that conversation correctly.
I'm just gonna store that little nugget of information away, and what is the creature person thing doing now? Just still looking at all of us? Or?
After it eyes each of you up individually, it finally begins to speak. It is time you knew why you are here and what it is you fight for, Council of Rend. The balance of this world hangs by the smallest of threads, and your enemy seeks to sever it. He is driven by a hatred of your civilization and its cities, laws, and empires. He is a victim of your order's greatest vices and has carried that through his life. He seeks to bring the world to nature and freedom as he sees it. But his is a vision of freedom distorted by hate and malice and lies. But he is a greater threat than you realize. His army, mighty as it is but the tip of his spear. He seeks the sword of kings, Caliburn. And you know this. But why? Because the Blade of Ages has a secret power. In the right hands, it can tear asunder the veil between this world and the realm of the Fae. The visions you have seen are of the Fae's greatest and most deadly beings. The Wild Hunt. A cavalcade of the dead and damned that ride at the Huntmaster's command, but like many things, Azarkul has corrupted their meaning and their purpose. Using old magics, he usurped the true Huntmaster and claimed them for himself. This was 7 years ago, and he first turned their power on the Wardens. But he can only call on them on days when the veil is thin, a solstice or the Hallows, unless, of course, he tears into the Fae so that they can ride here in their physical form. This is why he sought the sword, but he seeks it no longer. You have put it beyond his reach, so he turned to a path I did not believe that he could. He bound the sword's steward and stole her magic. My magic. And as she says that, you see as this pristine form begins to change and reveal its true appearance, and you see what looks like the marks of red-hot burning chains constraining the creature all around her form. This is me as I am, bound by profane magic. He would see me destroyed to tear open the veil. This is why you are here, heroes of Rend. You must save my life, and in doing so, save the world. Dubar, know this. Your love's spirit is tied to the sword, as is mine. If my spirit dies, hers will follow.
Oh, that makes our course of action quite simple, in a way. Where do we take you? Away, but
I am not even here, truly, right now. Only a projection.
Well, who is it that we are facing? We don't know very much about whatever the last finger of the hand is, yeah.
Your enemy was once an elf, but that was a long time ago. He managed to enter the Fae. His magic even then was powerful, and through sly deals and old magics, he made himself into something else. More spirit than even a person at this point. More of an idea than a physical being. Yet he still stands at the head of this army either way.
So what are we supposed to do with the sword after, assuming we get it all? Like,
well,
lock it in a vault?
I mean, we've essentially done that with 3 parts of it. So, even now, he can't, well, assuming he can't somehow harness the fragments, which we have 3 out of 5 fragments, right?
Correct.
So, assuming he can't harness the fragments of the other 2, it seems as though he set his sights on the Sword Maiden here. I guess that would be her name.
So, as you say that, she says, I am the Watcher of 2 worlds, Spirit of the Wilds, Steward of the sacred pact between man and nature. To the elves, I am Nimue, on Magden Fian. To men, I am known as the Maiden of the Lake.
And she's tied to the power of the sword, right?
Mm-hmm. If you want, any of you can make, now that she's said her name, any of you can make a history check.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, I'll make one.
Does my background and base stuff help me at all?
Sure. Go ahead and make it with advantage.
Yeah, I feel like Jules is sort of trying to figure out
15
why
on the
he's
first one,
terrified of her.
20 on the second one, 30-20.
30,
I
20,
got
Dubar.
27.
Jesus. All right.
Well read, eh?
So the Maiden of the Lake was semi-mythical, as far as any of you knew. According to the legends, she was the one that forged Caliburn originally and gave it to the world. And the sword's power is tied to her power in some way. As to what she is specifically, some books reference her as some kind of a deity, some as just a powerful spirit. But there's no consensus.
And which lake exactly is she the maiden of?
It's not incredibly specific in that regard. Some of what you read really refers to her less of Maiden of a specific lake and more of Maiden of still waters.
Gotcha. Alright. So, if you before us are just a projection, how do we save you, through you, from Azarul?
Azarkul himself has bound me to a device. A runic channeling device that he plans to use to... How best to describe this? The sword can open portals to the Fae. His method is more akin to exploding a wall.
Near the source, I'm guessing.
Very near a source. Somewhere where the veil is thin and already weak to the influence of magic.
So, if we manage to destroy this device, you'll be able to escape, or will you still require further aid?
That will free me.
What does this... is it a large device, a small device?
It is a small stone carved in runes in the Sylvan language. Azarkul keeps it with him at all times.
And if we were to acquire the stone, it would severely hinder him and his forces, or simply take away one of their end goals.
His army would still be a threat, but the veil itself would be, at least for a time, protected.
Stopping reinforcements would be a good thing to do preemptively.
This is all the help that I can offer. I know no more than you. I cannot see him the way that I can see most things. I do not know where he's at or where he plans to go next. But good luck, heroes of Rend.
Thank you for this and in the past.
The wardens will be needed in the coming time, assuming Azar can be defeated first. And
We
with
shall
that,
do what we can.
you see her just sort of fade back into the water. And then the entire lake fades away. And suddenly your sense of direction returns to you.
Well done.
Is there no lake? Or
No, there's no lake. It's gone.
We're just looking at like a forest in front of us.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, she
Not
was
a cow.
creepy. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. She's no.
she's helped me before apparently, and seems keen to help us again. So
Yeah, but what cost? Like what? Someone just helps you.
don't you know a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, but exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that now. No one just helps you.
Well, avoiding imminent destruction of herself is probably a pretty powerful motivator. And if we do manage to save her and rescue her, maybe she can help the queen and get some answers. Even she said they're linked somehow. So, what do y'all think? I mean, we proceed with our plan as it is now, but maybe we're on the other side of the bridge when we blow it.
Do we plan on taking on an entire army?
Not quite.
If we're talking about the same army that I saw in my dream,
No,
I love you guys, but we're not winning that. Just
this is to prevent that army from happening, right? The
we're
Ghost
not winning
army?
that. I'm just yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So what she was saying is the hunt, the wild hunt, can't come into the world willy-nilly unless he's able to tear open. Yeah.
It's Jules.
Right. Yeah.
I got you.
Got it.
But I mean, it's exceptionally dangerous what I'm proposing, but if we do manage to pull it off, the bounty will be great indeed. Plus, there's nothing wrong with the philosophy of Hazard Rule wants it, so we deny him of it. Done it with the sword, we'll do it again with the stone.
I mean, so what are you suggesting? I'm confused. Like,
I suggest we go, well, 3-step plan. First, we go below the bridge. Easy peasy. Second step is we find as our rule. How we do that? We could, instead of being on one side of the bridge, or side with the enemies, I think we could go back to the keep, try and gather more info, which is a gamble. There's no guarantee we'll get any meaningful information, but surely some forward party is sending back information somehow, some way to someone. And if maybe it's probably not as our pool directly, but it's one step closer in the chain. And
I
then
thought you sent a thing now?
what?
Didn't you
Once
send a
we
thing in already?
to find this guy?
You sent her away to give out a message, right? So we can't send her to do this.
Yeah, no. No, this is all us. But on this artifact, which apparently he keeps on his person. I guess the real question is, yeah, we probably can't kill him. Can we outrun him? Or disable him somehow, some way? Long enough to swipe the thing and get the heck out of there.
I gotta be honest, I don't like this plan, but
Could be a straight up suicide run. Hopefully not, but
I mean, it seems like a lot of things that we don't know what we're gonna do have to go right in a row to maybe grab something that might hamper his power a little.
this is true.
I mean, this thing is coming. So the question now is, where do we want to be when this thing is? Because 9 times out of
When
10,
you
we're
say-
not winning this.
What is this thing?
This
His army?
undead ghost lord.
Yeah, that's why we need to get this thing. So we can keep, like, the Ghost Lord we saw and the Wild Hunt. They're one and the same, right?
Are they?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Sure.
Mr. DM.
Yeah?
Or do I not know?
You don't know.
Sure.
Couldn't make that easy, huh? I mean, I think that's the case.
It's basically, where do we want to be when? And it's sort of the way I see it. It's, do we get destroyed? Do we get destroyed? Do we get destroyed? Do we get destroyed? Or do we maybe pull something off? Maybe. And if we maybe do, then we maybe don't get destroyed.
And if she is to be believed, and based on what we know, it's probably true. And the Queen's at risk as well. And I know, knowing what I know about the Fae and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the veil needs to be thin, right? And I think of anything at all in the near future, or like anything she talked about, like a solstice or something,
So,
and that is impending.
based on your training and what you know, the veil between our world and the Fae is, like was said, on a solstice or on the Hallows, would be a time when it's thin. But there are also just places, and typically the veil is thinnest the further away from civilization that you get. The Feywild is itself sort of a place of the wilds and of nature, and the closer you are, or the deeper you are into that, even in our world, that veil begins to get a little bit thin.
Like the forest we're in right now?
That would be a good example.
Hmm. And the army was coming this direction?
Suddenly, Jules doesn't want to be here.
I think events are getting pushed forward faster than we would all like. I don't know. It's a risk. I don't know if I want to risk the fate of the world as we know it, or at least our world. Also the Queen. And also this being that some kept the few of us, possibly even myself, from being eradicated. What do y'all think? I think we know where he's gonna be. Or where he's coming.
But then, like, what do we do? We know where he's gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do?
Well, what's the best method y'all have for disabling a very, very powerful being?
A long rest?
Well, besides that.
Well, look, at the very least, we could get the bridge. We can do some scouting and try and see if there's any possibility.
Yeah. And
I agree. Given the just now realization of how far to the right our timeline has been pushed, maybe the bridge might just be just on time and we're not late for the bridge. So we should probably do that first.
yeah, I don't disagree at all.
Okay. So, then that is your plan to push onto the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So,
I might have something that would help us. If not to. I don't know. It could help us, and it could not be enough. I don't know. In any case, I will scheme.
all right. So then you are onto the bridge?
Indeed.
Okay. So, you continue down the Dawnway that cuts through the Witchwood. And as you go, the forest grows more ominous as you wind deeper and deeper into the woods. After a long bit of travel, and it is now dark, mind you, you come to a spot where a wide track leads away from the road, headed west, and a massive effigy of some kind stands here. A 15-foot-tall humanoid shape made from a sagging, moss-covered frame. The thing looks almost like a crude, giant-sized skeleton. Birds nest in the massive barrel that served as the effigy's head. And there is a fork in the road at this effigy.
Based on what we know, we need to go to the right.
Correct. Based on what you know, Skullgor Bridge is to the right.
And then there's also, isn't there a settlement to the left?
Somewhere out here there is a settlement, yes.
well, you know where we need to go. Can I inspect the statue? See
Yeah.
if there's any writing or anything?
How about anyone who wants to inspect it, go ahead and make a nature check.
Good at those.
Nature. I'm good,
Oh
just because
yes,
it
I
didn't come-
see green.
Yes, that
I-
is tree.
Yes.
I got a 15.
Perfect nature.
You got a 7.
Okay, so you said you got a 15? Okay.
Indeed.
So you kind of look at it, and while they're not fey, they are monstrous, and you've never had encounters with them, but you did read about them as part of your training, because even though they are not fey in and of themselves, they tend to sort of exist in the same areas, far, far away from civilization. This is a effigy that was made by giants.
Are giants natural to this area?
I'll have to ask you to make one more nature check for that.
That is an 11.
11? You don't really know if they're native or not to this region.
So, in general, what do we know about giants?
So with a 15, I'll take. There are a few different varieties. They typically, but not always, live in the mountains. And depending on the kind of giant, the levels of aggression can vary quite wildly. But they are typically not friendly with civilized races.
Are they civilized in their own capacity, or are they just kind of like one-off nomad kind of guys?
So, giants have existed in small, clan groups, but never very many at a time. Their nature is a bit too chaotic for advanced civilization.
Does our Stone Titan encounter help in anything?
Wait.
Is
Excuse
that
me?
giants? No.
No, that was...
Are you talking about your gauntlets?
No, the things that Dan sold to the.
Oh, golems. No.
Golems.
Those
That's
are...
not-
Yeah.
doesn't help?
No, those are completely unrelated.
Okay.
they both
Although
are
I love
big.
that as a Jules bit of roleplay.
Yeah, that was 50-50, legitimately. That was.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we know which direction we need to go, and while this is interesting tidbit, now's not the time to enjoy it or find out what it means. There was no writing on the statue at all. I'm guessing not, since. And what did it look like? You said there was a barrel.
So, it's an effigy that's a humanoid-shaped effigy, but definitely giant-sized. I'll say what you know about giants as a whole is this is kind of typical of what you'd see in a giant camp. They tend to mark their camps with effigies like this. It's a bit ritualistic.
Okay. But it hasn't been used in some time, or it looks old.
No, actually it looks relatively fresh.
And... Okay, I'm not. Onward we go, I suppose.
Onward you go. And you
To the
wind...
right?
Yes, to the right.
Oh, yes.
I assume because Jor told you exactly how to get there, I'm not making road-based navigation part of the challenge. So, if you go off the road, however, that will change. So, the ground has been rising for the last few miles, and finally the forest itself begins to peter out. Ahead is a stretch of barren ground about 60 feet wide, ending in a gorge, roughly 100 feet wide at its narrowest point. The gorge drops away precipitously to a fast-rushing stream below. The ancient Dawn Way crosses the cleft on a bridge of stone, anchored at both ends to large stone towers with pentagonal roofs. The bridge seems sturdy, despite its obvious age. It is clearly the only easy way to cross, since the gorge continues as far as the eye can see to the east and the west. The 4 stone towers that anchor the bridge are each 40 feet high. A narrow wooden stairway winds around each, leading up to an open-air watch post at the top.
No hostiles.
So, sorry, this is abandoned-ish? Yes?
Make a perception check.
Can I also make a perception check?
Go ahead.
On the lookout for
I'll
hostiles.
let you two do it. Yeah.
Perception. That is a 22.
22. Jules.
It's fantasy grounds.
A 16.
Oh, sorry.
Fantasy grounds.
Sorry, I'm reading from something. There we go. 16. Nice. All right. So, you get a little bit more information as you begin to really examine. You see that a small encampment, about a half dozen tents, cluster on the northern side of the bridge. Curls opposite of you, yes.
Okay.
Curls of smoke from the campfires attest to some sort of activity. This is not an army encampment. This is, at best, a small scouting party.
How far are we from that?
You're the other side of the bridge, so at least 150 feet. At least. It's probably more like 200, 250 feet.
So, 1 second, sorry. So, within 30 feet. Okay, I'm going to use Eldritch Sight, Detect Magic, up to 30 feet of me. My Ascendant Step. Oh, sorry, Eldritch Sight. I can detect magic, I will. Up to 30 feet within me. Any traps, any sort of magic shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
I'm probably also going to be on high alert upon seeing hostiles.
Like getting up to the base of the bridge, like where the bridge begins, I would cast Eldritch Sight, detect magic at will, 30 feet from me, to see if 30-foot radius. Sorry, if there's anything magical.
so nothing in 30 feet of you is magical.
Okay.
That being
It
said, let
lasts
me
up to. Lasts up to 10 minutes concentration.
Okay.
So, a little bit bigger. So how big are the pillars around? Or towers?
Each of them are 40 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And pentagonal, I would say, I don't know, each of them is about 10 feet. Diameters from the middle to the edge, right?
Diameter is all the way across. Radius is from middle to edge.
Radius, 10-foot radius.
So 20-foot diameter.
Mm-hmm.
Solid or? Can we
Oh,
tell?
solid. This is very well made stonework.
Beautiful bridge. It's unfortunate. It's gonna have to go bye-bye. What do you think, Tubar?
So,
Really?
by the way, sorry,
Mhm.
I was not done actually with that perception check a second ago.
Okay.
So, you see upon closer examination, a single humanoid figure stands at the top of each tower with a longbow in hand. And they're all just kind of examining the area.
Distance.
So, and you see that there are a couple of people at the beginning of either end of the bridge. But the most impressive creature present is certainly the sleek and menacing green dragon that is perched right in the middle of the bridge.
Jules starts to turn around.
Oh, I want to grab his collar and yank him back.
Have you guys seen Wizard of Oz, right? Where the lion starts turning around and they grab him. He's like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't quite as cut and dry as we were
Sorry,
hoping.
I sort of, you said dragon and I spaced the fuck out. A big dragon?
Not small.
It's young though, right?
Given our history with dragons, having a few.
He looks similar in age to maybe Vercingetorix.
Fuck me.
Mm.
You wouldn't happen to have a nothing?
So,
Can we run back and get Vercingetorix?
he wasn't about this battle anyway, so no.
Because Joel is not ready to fight a dragon. That's
Well, that makes
Willingly.
two of us. That makes two of us. But back to my original question, Mr. Dubar,
Mm-hmm.
how do we take this thing down?
Well,
Could we weaken the sides of the towers and make it fall back on the bridge on our side? And, possibly maybe take a dragon out with it.
Well, I
How
would
about-
like to use, Mr. DM, I would
Yes.
like to use my spyglass and take, a few minutes, however long it takes to properly scope out the bridge and make a plan of attack.
Okay, make an intelligence check.
We have 4 barrels of high explosives.
while you're looking, and while he's looking, Jules just gonna listen. You guys are obviously, I acknowledge, the brains of this. I will let you figure out how the fuck we're gonna do this. If there is any sort of distraction needed, that is where I will come into play. Besides that,
Most certainly.
this is a year, guys, because what you
Oh, so just intelligence, no proficiency?
Is there anything that could reasonably... There's not an architecture check. So, like, are you proficient in mason's tools?
No, I don't have it written down, so I guess not.
Okay. I
What
can't
dwarf are you?
think of anything that would merit your...
Investigation, maybe? Or insight?
Tinkering, I think, is close enough. Go ahead and add proficiency for tinkering.
Okay, so that would make it 18.
Okay. So, close inspection would tell you those towers are rooted pretty well into the ground. Could you destroy them with your 4 plastic explosives? Absolutely. Would they fall in the direction you want? Who fucking knows? That would be almost down to pure luck.
Even if we put them, on one side, so it's kind of like felling a tree.
Yeah, the problem is that enough explosives to take out those walls is also going to be enough explosives to, like, take out all of the walls, because it's kind of a small tower.
20 foot's pretty big.
Yeah.
But
But there is the
yeah.
possibility that that plan could succeed. The only way you know that is guaranteed there's zero room for failure is if you took out the keystone in the middle of the arch. That's a zero room for failure plan, assuming you can actually get it done.
the part under the dragon, basically.
Yeah, the part under the dragon. You get the sense that you could deploy your explosive sooner, on a tower or at the edge of the bridge, and it could take it out. But you're introducing a luck factor.
How thick is this bridge? With
Pretty
2 feet.
chonky.
Oh, gee. Oop.
Dubar, I'll say, just because you're the one who's examining it, the architecture looks very dwarven.
A dwarf bridge out in the open? Heresy.
Is it though?
Heresy. The highest order.
Maybe for not a Gardal. What's the for a Gatshot dwarf, maybe. Alright, well, you know your specialty in distraction, Jules?
Lane,
Mm-hmm.
DM.
Yep.
A spell has a casting time of 1 minute. Target a 10-foot cube within range. Duration, concentration up to 1 hour. Range 90 feet. That
Mhm.
means I can cast it within 90 feet of me, correct?
Correct.
There is nowhere in this spell, Conjure Elemental, that
Yeah.
says that within a certain range it loses.
Goes away.
Yeah.
No,
From what
once
I
you've
can-
conjured it, it stays until the spell expires.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. You needed something?
Hold on. You just gave me a wonderful idea about a resource that has not yet seen the light of day.
Okay, while you do that, give me 2 Mississippi. I'm muted, but I can hear you.
Hmm.
I mean, that is a distraction, and it might take them a few minutes to get rid of it, and maybe we can get our shit done by then.
Mm-hmm. Um, One moment. I may have an answer to our problem.
If not, Jules has one that might be a Hail Mary, and I hope you guys do what you do. Also, I'm gonna eat, so I'm gonna mute, so I'm not just in the
Okay.
mic, so but I'm here.
Um. How long does this last? 1 minute. And the keystone is that like dead center of the bridge, or is that on the sides of the bridge?
Well, it's a long stone that runs the width of the bridge, but it's at the highest point on the arch.
So we would basically have to put all 4 barrels along. Or how wide is the bridge?
About 20 feet wide.
So probably would take at least 3
Yeah,
barrels.
at least.
Well, we got 4, so we're gonna use 1 for good measure. 20 feet wide, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You had an idea?
I have an idea. If y'all can get me to the center, or if y'all can buy me time to get to the center of the bridge, I can put the barrels down. I think.
And while we're making our
Safely.
plans, Lane, if when me shooting it, like blow them up, are we going with that?
Oh, yeah, if you shot a barrel of black powder, it would absolutely explode.
Okay.
Lane,
Uh,
are there any guards walking near the dragon?
Near the dragon? No. There's 2 guards at the front of the bridge, 2 guards at the back of the bridge, and 1 on the top of each tower.
Like, there's none that the dragon is like accustomed to. Like, they're not like.
They
just-
seem to be, a lot of them, keeping their distance from the dragon.
Okay, so
let's see. I can. Let me see something real quick. No. I can't dash and do the thing I need to do. So I can move. Actually, it's probably fine. If I can get rid of the dragon, I can set the barrels. And then probably get out of there.
So, alright, here's the plan. Cue montage. Jules.
That's our Ocean 11 moment right
Yeah.
here.
You all
Jules
huddle
sets
up, getting one arm on each person's shoulder, in the middle. Like, in a circle. Yeah.
Echo in the middle.
Alright,
Yeah.
so Jules, our resident trickster, will go to the entrance of the bridge and do a magic trick. Have you shown it to us yet? I don't
And
think you have.
there's a flash cut across half the screen showing a possible future where Jules is doing magic tricks to a bunch of very entertained elven guards.
No, I'm talking about the deadly magic tricks of kill you in the
Oh.
form of a giant elemental. To
Yeah,
hopefully.
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
So you will.
Yeah, you used the air elemental in the last battle, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. So conjure his favorite elemental, whatever it's going to be, to cause enough of a distraction to get the dragon up in the air. And meanwhile, I will be up in a tree. So just in case the dragon doesn't think it's worthy of his time, I'll start. Either I'll ping the dragon, which is probably not what I would do. I would start taking out the archers, but I'm there for backup. Meanwhile, Echo and Bran will make their way however they see fit, who knows what they do in the trees, to go to the middle of the bridge and plant the bombs, the explosive barrels, and I will be up in the trees waiting for Bran and Echo to be clear, blow it up, we all run away, rendezvous back at somewhere, and we get away safely.
One problem with this plan.
Nope, no problems.
No. What do we do with the dragon?
We'll just run. Just run.
I
The
don't.
dragon is inconsequential to the plan. We just need him to move. That's where Jules comes in.
It's pretty consequential.
Well, once he's moved, then it should all be fine.
I'm hearing I need to say a spell slot for pass without trace. What I'm
Well,
hearing.
Well, you could cast it on us before the fight, and then, we go our separate ways.
Hold on, I'm having another thought here.
That was the perfect montage.
No. I'm going off your plan. What if we blew? Well, yeah, this could work. So, instead of, 4 giant explosions going off, what if they didn't hear anything until it was too late and everything started crumbling down? And they literally just heard the stone crumbling.
I would say, how are we doing that?
A silent spell. Centered on the center of the bridge, and the center of all the barrels, a 20-foot radius.
Well, that's great, but
Mhm.
the dragon's still there.
No,
We need to
no,
move
no,
the dragon.
no. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm wondering if we could not give away. I want to keep them as confused as possible, and if you, ideally, I would like you not to have to shoot until we're ready to blow the barrels, and that way, you're not drawing undue attention from archers and dragons and all other manner of things.
Yeah.
And if they think, "What the heck? Where did this elemental come from?" and then that's all they know, then they're not going to have anybody to chase after, really, or not know where to start.
Yeah, we can try that. That'd be good.
But gonna take my last second look. Can I upcast silence? Is that a thing I can do?
I don't actually know.
I don't think. I mean, it doesn't give me any benefits for it, but could I do it anyways?
Yeah. I mean, you can always cast a spell in a higher level spell slot than it is meant to be, but unless it specifically says, you don't get anything extra for doing it.
I think I'm okay with that, honestly. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright. So,
I feel like we've just put this whole dragon into Jules' hands, and
no, we put it into your elemental's hands. By extension, your hands, but yes.
I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, yeah, no, okay.
You're moving up to the big leagues, kid.
Oh.
So, alright. The plan. Echo's staying here. She's not going on suicide mission. If anything, she'll stay in the tree line or with you, Dubar. Jules, you will. I mean, ideally, they don't know what the heck hit them. That's the plan. So.
Lane, remind me how. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
If it's a concentration spell, I can spend 10 minutes to cast it instead of using the casting time for an action?
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, as a
So if
ritual,
you
you
wanna-
can cast a spell without using a spell slot, but it takes you 10 minutes to do it.
You guys want to wait 10 minutes? Fucking cool. Just me, though.
So can you ritual cast Pass Without Trace?
I believe so.
Well, I'm gonna start doing that now.
Does it have to be ritual?
I think, yeah, it has to be a ritual spell, mind
Okay. Just
you.
This is conjuration.
Yeah. Also, I think you have to be someone that can cast rituals, which I think is only wizards and people who took the ritual caster feat. But that part I'm not totally sure on.
Let's find out, shall we? Index in this.
Hold on.
There is. Ritual casting. See spell casting, bard, cleric, druid, wizard.
Oh, yeah. So bards, clerics, druids, and wizards can cast rituals.
Page 201, 202.
Be back in a minute.
Okay.
So the Conjure Elemental is a conjuration spell. Concentration. Can I cast that?
Well, let's see if it has the ritual tag.
I don't think it does.
Spell.
But it's cast through Minions of Chaos.
So it is not a ritual spell.
Even if cast through means of chaos.
What is that?
That's how I can cast Conjure Elemental once using a spell slot.
Oh, is that your Eldritch Invocation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, well, it's still... So, actually, it's better for you. It's not a ritual, but you can use it once without using a spell slot.
Sorry, say that again?
So, it's not a ritual, but you can cast it once without using a spell slot. That's just how your invocation works.
It says I have Conjure Elemental once using a spell slot.
Oh, using a spell slot. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, it just means you have the spell. It is not a ritual.
Apparently, clerics and druids, there's some ability or something they can get that allows them to do that. And bards as well, I assume.
Mhm.
Alright, well. Alright, well. We got the plan, I guess.
Okay.
As soon as Mr. Kieran gets back.
I can hear him getting something. I think the poor boy's still hungry from his KFC that never showed up. Yeah, I just heard the microwave.
Guys.
So he ordered food and didn't get it?
Yeah, it just never showed up. Someone just made off with it.
Alright.
You ordered Grubhub?
Don't know who he ordered through.
Unfortunate. Yep, this is 100% a flawless plan. I'm gonna go off without a hitch. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Absolutely. What could possibly go wrong?
There's like basically no variables that could result in our death.
Lane.
Yeah.
Mask of many faces.
Yes.
Disguise self at will without spending spell slot.
Yeah.
Disguise self.
Yeah.
Does not main into humanoid form.
Did you
No.
read the spell?
Oh, the spell is disguise self?
Yeah.
I thought it was just
So-
like a disguise yourself.
No, there's literally a spell called Disguise Self.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
So I can't disguise myself into a shrub.
Unless it says you can, you're gonna have to read the spell.
It does.
Oh, that's a ranger thing. Well, but actually, so is the dragon awake or asleep?
It seems to be awake, but resting. So non-attentive.
For this, Bran, I'm gonna need one of those sneaky spells you do. If you got any more of those.
I do, but I can't do the other sneaky thing I was gonna do.
No.
Hold on. Maybe I can. Yeah, it's concentration. Unfortunately, I cannot concentrate that much. Well, yeah, let's see. If I do that, I mean, I have just enough spell slots. Which will leave very little
Or
room for error.
Or I can roll for it if you want.
I mean, what are you trying to do?
Sneak up to the front of the bridge.
And then what are you gonna do?
Cast stuff.
Could you cast it from further? I mean, what are your ranges? And how exposed, or like how close can we get before we're like painfully obvious?
To the dragon or to the
No,
guards?
To the edge of the bridge. Better yet, can we have a
so
map?
you'll be haha,
Can we get like a basic drawing? Cause
hold on, let me see.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, no, hold on. Let me look something up. This might be an easy fix. Oh, wow. Man, I should have fucking done this like sooner. Yeah. So first off, I will give you guys like a literal picture. This is not a battle map, but it works as a picture to give you some more information. I will simply be posting it in the Discord. And there it is. So, there's a picture of Skullgor Bridge.
that is small. But I get the general idea.
With dragon included, apparently.
Yeah, with a dragon. That's just a picture of the
So-
bridge.
From just argument's sake, from the
Isn't
base
there a
of the
dragon
towers
top right?
to the middle of the bridge, how far is it? From so like half the distance. How much is half the distance?
75 feet.
Yeah, the bridge is 100 feet across. So,
Oh, I just
100.
assumed there was a river, but it's a cliff?
it's a gorge.
Gore, okay.
And I did describe it.
Taking out this bridge is a 1-day thing.
What do you mean?
Well, he said taking out the bridge would buy us like a day, if I remember.
No, it'll buy you a lot of time.
Yes.
I remember different, but that's fine.
Pick the W. Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna cast Pass It Without Trace on us, so you can do your thing, Jules.
I might not need it. Given that's what I was asking. How can I get a visual? Because I might not need it. I just legitimately didn't know what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take that back, that's fine. 'Cause I don't think I need
Okay.
it.
Okay. If you don't need it, then I will save it.
So you say lane from the towers where the guards are to the middle of the bridge where the dragon is 75 feet.
50 feet.
50
I
feet.
guess.
50 feet.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far are we from the towers?
You are probably about another 50 feet away to be reasonably obscured.
Okay. I will approach another 20 feet very carefully. To where within me, I'll be 50 feet from the guards.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry. I'm trying to do maths.
I'm also trying to do maths. Let's see. So if I can go... So I can get from where we are to the center of the bridge in about 20 seconds? Faster, even. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Okay. So, now, sorry, Jules, what were you saying?
Given that everyone's set and thumbs up all around,
Yeah.
ready, I'm going to walk up. You said I'm 70 feet from
50 feet
tower?
from the bridge. Yeah.
70 or 50? Because you said yes and then you said 50.
50. 50.
50.
50. 50 and then 50 to the center. So
Yes.
Oh, so easy. So from where I'm at, I'm good.
Okay.
I will.
Also, ideally, don't do something that's going to keep me from being able to get on to the center of the bridge.
The road from. I'm 50 feet from the towers.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cross the road easily?
50 feet from the end of the towers across the road. I mean, it would be tricky to do it unseen.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you're trying to get
Well,
from
that's
one
the
side
whole
of the
point
road to the
plan,
other?
right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the plan, right?
Correct.
Should
Say
I?
something now or hold your peace?
Well, should I start getting in position so whenever you kick off the thing, I have more time?
That's why previously I said thumbs up all around. Because
Yeah. Well,
I'm going.
alright. Whenever Jules sets off on his path, I'm gonna start trying to sneak up. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Well,
And I can. Mhm.
I was gonna say, and I need to climb a tree
Oh yeah,
just enough to see you.
and make sure you have an angle on the barrels. But
Yeah.
then I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and sneak out and get as close to the tower as I can. And
Okay.
once I am detected, I want to do a thing.
Once you're detected, you want to do a thing.
Mhm.
Got it.
A cool thing I haven't done before.
So,
Possibly I want to do a thing. It may be a little bit more complicated than that, but
all right. So, Jules, did you make a stealth check? Or I never asked for
I mean,
one. I'm sorry.
Sure, but you never asked for one, but I'm
Yeah.
sort of a half-ass.
You're not really trying to be stealthy?
That works out, kind of. That didn't roll? Okay, I'll do it again. I mean, I rolled an 8 plus... I rolled a 2 plus 8, so 10. It didn't
Okay.
register for some reason, but...
So, then
be
as you
honest.
attempt to cross onto the road, you're definitely spotted. You hear one of the archers on top of the tower. Hey, who's that?
And I'm going to... surprise round, because it's not... They're not expecting it. The range is 120 feet. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast directly at the dragon.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say we're still not completely in combat yet. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yep.
my god.
Misses.
Actually, let me pull up and see if it, Alright, no, that'll hit.
Hope you got a real good plan, Jules. Because I was not ready for that.
Just
Alright.
don't you get modifiers?
I have
Oh, that's
a thing
damage.
here. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't you get damage modifiers?
Spells typically don't unless you have Eldritch Spear or something that does.
That's a cantrip too, so...
Yeah. Alright. So, you do 7 damage to the dragon. Is this the first actual dragon fight?
Yeah, we managed to talk our way out of all the other dragon fights.
Yeah.
Or become allies with them.
Well, I'm hoping to run away from this one if we can, but it's alright.
Well, I mean, if this is the first actual dragon fight, then I mean, hold on, I've got to.
Lane's pulling up Dragon Age music right now.
Yeah, yes, I am. You're exactly correct, and I'm not ashamed of it. All right, so combat isn't officially started yet, but this music is still a little more appropriate.
I also, at the same time, need to be climbing a tree. So if you need to.
Oh yeah, go ahead and make an athletics
probably-
check.
You probably could have climbed the tree already, but
Yeah.
Since-
well, I did mention it.
thumbs up.
But
You've had a lot of time, Dubar, so make an athletics check with advantage.
okay. Man, athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. You're dead
Athletics.
climbing. This is not.
I get -1. Yeah, okay, that's a 2.
can Echo assist him with advantage?
It's a 12 with advantage.
Her assistance would just give him advantage, which he's already got and doesn't stack. So 12. You had time. You managed to very ungracefully shimmy up the tree. A branch poked you in the eye on your way up, and that kind of sucks, but you're fine.
Glasses. Counters.
There's a scratch on your glasses.
Response.
Counterspell the counterspell. It's blue magic, bitch. So you manage to get yourself positioned up on top of a tree after a minute, right about the time that you hear an eldritch blast leave Jules' hands. And
So I sort of wanted to like bam and then bam my next thing. So, because if not, then I would be completely fucked. So I know
okay,
sort of
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Do your next thing.
Next thing is fucking minions of chaos, conjure elemental, fire elemental.
Fire elemental.
Yes.
Okay.
And while this is happening, I am boogieing and capitalizing on the distraction.
The montage is happening.
Got it. So,
And because I can, it's friendly, and I can, what's the word? Direct it, tell it what to do.
Be the boss man.
Yeah, I am telling it to like extend its hand out like it's casting spells and run across the ridge away from the bridge.
okay. So now we're officially going to enter combat with that. And here is the map. Dubar, you will notice your absence from the map. It's because you're 50 feet fucking south.
Yeah.
So,
Oops, oops, oops.
Jules, you are on the map, but you're further south than the map is, but you're still there. It's just all grassland where you're at. Use your imagination.
Yeah, so I'm having it run. I can't draw on this. To the west, like across the ridge.
Okay. So, this will be the last thing I'm going to allow before actual initiative.
Yeah. Well, oh, sorry. You put the fire elemental somewhere where I didn't mean it to cast.
Oh, where did you want it?
Like, on me. Like, where the Eldritch Blast originated.
From.
Oh, so like that.
So, like, he cast it. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're
And then-
doing now.
And then he is bolting west.
Bolting west, got it. So, you did that. I'm going to have you make a deception check. You've poured some spell slots into this, so I'll let it have advantage.
Deception.
Also, Echo is with Dubar.
Oh, is she now? Okay, well then,
Yes, definitely.
fucking forever back this way. Got it.
24.
Nice.
24.
And I am. Yeah, spell slots taken care of.
Okay, so let's see who succeeds.
It's full sprint. I don't know what the fire elemental speed is. I can look it up, I guess.
So, yeah, the
It's speed of 50 feet.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So it runs like hell. Time will tell who follows it and who stays here. Now I'm going to roll initiative. Roll all initiatives. All right. And the first up in initiative is Jules.
Am I last again?
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh, what is? Is it like actually calculating my initiative properly? I'm literally always last.
Let me open up your character sheet. Hold on, and I will double check. Your initiative is +4, correct?
It should be. That's my dex mod.
Then it is calculating it correctly.
Rip.
Oh my. Okay,
That's actually could work in my favor.
we're putting all the eggs in the basket here. Because I feel like that's what we should do right now. So for me to Hearling, how many feet is that?
That is 70.
Okay. Jules will cast Wall of Light horizontally so it covers the bridge. So the dragon no longer has line of sight to the towers because it has 10 feet high, 60 feet long, and 5 feet thick.
10 feet high,
Wall of
60
light.
feet long, and 5 feet thick.
Wall of Light. So it's just completely just
So you're casting it across the bridge?
yeah. So we're separating the towers from the dragon. Where I put it.
I have to go through there though.
For the dragon?
Yes. I have to get where
Okay.
the dragon currently is.
Can I caveat that? I forgot. Shit.
Sure.
I mean,
No,
you can put it.
well.
You can put it past it and keep reinforcements from coming across.
Actually, I'll
That
put
might.
it through the dragon. How about that?
That also works. Put it a
I'll put it
little
through
bit
the
further north. Put it on the north side.
The point of initially, the initial point was it to make the dragon move. So it would have to then get up in the air, and then the first thing it would see, I assumed, would be the fire elemental running bare naked across the, So
Just put
putting
it
it
right on the
through
other side of metal.
do the same thing, making it move.
Nah.
I would say.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
you can cast something inside something else.
It has a range of 120 feet. So
So then what you want to do is put the line, like, vertically
On the top side of the dragon.
and going horizontally.
yeah,
I think so. All right.
So, like, what you're saying is, like, right through here.
Yeah, but clipping the dragon, I think.
through the dragon.
Okay.
But yes.
So then, like, that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So long
Okay,
as the
and it's 10
keystone's
feet
on this
thick, so
side.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So,
That's-
that does damage to the dragon if it starts its turn in there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Creature that ends its turn in the wall takes 40.
ends its turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then.
When the wall appears, each creature in this area must make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Constitution, got it.
Yes.
That's an 18.
Okay, this success.
Does it still take half damage?
Yes. So 11, and it's not blinded. 11 radiant.
Okay. 11, so... Alright then. So, is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn. I didn't move, I think.
No, you can move if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So, next up is Dubar.
Huzzah. Um. Well,
So, so if we had all got one round to start, right? And I can move 40 feet per turn. Would I be closer to the tower? Like maybe up under the or the catwalk?
Sure, I'll allow it. You can be here. You're under the catwalk, not on it though, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Hiding.
Keep that
Sneakily.
in mind. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
So,
I
Dubar, what
will
are you doing?
Ready in action to shoot the barrels whenever Bran is good and clear.
okay.
Which I guess probably is, well, unless you use a spell to do. But that's what I'm gonna do. That was the plan.
All right. So, is that all you're doing?
I mean,
it's gonna take me. How long is it gonna take me to put the barrels down? Like at least a turn.
So, getting the barrels in position is going to be an action unto itself.
Yeah.
okay, so I will shoot the guard that is on top of Bran's rampart.
Got it. So, Archer
With-
1.
Yes. I'll go ahead and take sharpshooter on this.
Can
Don't do
you?
that too often anymore.
Yeah. Could you do a disarming shot possibly as well?
That would be good. Yeah, I'll spend a good point. Why not?
Just throwing that out there.
Okay, so make your tackle.
14, yeah.
14 will just miss.
You use the grip point even if it doesn't hit.
Yeah, I do. Alright, well, I'll just... So I'll reload and actually save because I don't have, like, the most ammo in the world, so... I will then be done.
Okay. So, now, Bran, I need you to make a stealth check with advantage.
That is a... Okay, I forgot. That's a 25 on the first one, and a 19 on the second.
Okay, you have not been noticed up to this point. So, that means that this archer here is going to move 5, 10, 15, and he has no one he can shoot at. So that
The
one...
elemental?
Oh, no, he totally could, actually. You're right. Let's see if he hits. What's the elemental's AC? Hold on, I'm bringing it up. That'll hit.
Fire elemental.
Yeah. Dealing 11 points of damage to the fire elemental.
How much does the elemental have?
102.
HP? Okay.
Oh, I forgot to set him as an ally. There you go. Sorry.
He has more than Jules, but okay, go on.
So, question, like, can you use a bonus action as a primary action?
No.
Mm.
A bonus action is a bonus action, and vice versa.
Even if you don't take another action?
Yep.
Dang.
They are each unique slots and not interchangeable.
Okay. Fine. Probably. Alright. I'm good. I'm planning my move.
Okay. So, that will end... It's... Oh, no, wait, it has multi. Sorry, let me attack one more time. That'll also hit, dealing an additional... Oh, wow, another 11. So, next up, this guy, who has totally taken the bait. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to dash 35, 40, 45, 50. That's all he can do. Now, Archer 2 has not taken the bait and is going to take his shots at you, Jules.
What?
You maybe should have moved.
13 to hit.
That's a miss, I'm pretty sure. Stand by. Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay, second attack. Ooh, 21 to hit.
That's a miss. I'm kidding.
Dealing 6 points of damage. So the second arrow strikes true, taking a little bit of damage out of you, Jules.
I just still hold my breath.
Alright, now it is Archer 1, who has taken the bait and is going to shoot twice at the elemental. Missing, followed by a hit, dealing, 12 points of damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
When I took the 6 damage, I'm
Okay.
going to Misty Escape.
Oh, I'll allow it.
That is a distance of... And I'm going to sort of under the stairs.
Okay, so, Bran, you see
What the heck?
as there's a flash of mist and then suddenly, whoop, and Jules is right next to you. Oh no, sorry. He's completely invisible. It totally would be. Sorry, I forgot that's an affectation of the spell. Bran, you don't even see him.
I imagine I would hear him, though.
Make a perception check. I'm just curious.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 16.
That's not enough. You're not aware that he's there.
Okay, alright.
I'm
Like,
holding
at
my
all.
breath to not screaming from the arrow that just fucking hit me.
It's a battlefield, you know? It's not like your ears are totally tuned in dead silence. So, that will end his turn. Now, Veteran 2, who is, also taking the bait and had to dash to get there. So, now Archer 3, who hasn't taken the bait but cannot see any of you.
The 3?
There's
Yeah,
4
in the back.
archers.
Oh, in the back. Yeah.
Say it louder for my peeps in the back.
Alright, now it is the Fire Elemental's turn.
He is fucking dashing.
About...
Can the fire elemental? Hold on. Does he have attacks?
Yeah.
No one was around him. Unless he has a range.
Hold on, pulling up. Nothing within a large distance.
I mean, he's got 2 veterans right next to him.
Yeah, he would just. Well, no, my directions were run. That was my directions to him.
Okay, so then he will run.
Yep.
Provoking 2 opportunity attacks.
I
Last
mean,
thing he heard
he
was-
could dodge, right?
Or,
Technically.
He could disengage if you want him to disengage, but that'll slow him down.
Jules' directions to him were to book it.
Got it.
What's his movement speed?
Well, he's dashing, so
Wow.
And prancing.
let's see how these attacks go real quick. That'll be a hit, dealing 10 damage.
He dies before the dragon moves. That's not good.
Then another attack will hit, dealing 6 damage. Alright. Now he will fucking book it. So, 100 feet. Alright, so for all intents and purposes, the elemental and these 2 veterans are out of the battle.
What about all the elves that were still shooting at them?
Um,
Are they?
No, because they
Okay.
haven't left their post. So now they're watching them sort of fade away and wondering what to do next. So we'll see what they do on their turn.
Okie dokie.
This
All
dragon
right.
looked like shit.
Yeah, he did. Because, Bran, you're up next.
Yeah, this is problematic. I was actually kind of glad I rolled low, but apparently I didn't roll low enough.
You could hold your action.
Yeah, hold movement.
But yeah. Therein lies the problem. Alright. I'm going to... Let's see. Do math. So... Yeah, I'll move. How much movement is it going to take me to get to here? Like, actually 20?
No, it would be like 15, 20, 25. To get there, it would be 35.
Well, I'll just...
One, two. Actually, no. You can do it in 25. Sorry, I miscounted.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to move there, use my bonus action to cast, or use my Nature's Veil ability. Which
Okay.
lets me just be straight up invisible until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I will proceed to use, let's see, I use 25. So I have 15, right? More feet of movement. I'm just gonna be like hugging the wall.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to ready an action if I am detected. I will use an item. Do I need to specify to you? Actually, here, I'll do it. Here.
What's the item? Oh.
That's the item.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah. First time.
Yeah, that'll be neat.
Try.
All right. So that will end your turn then? And what's the triggering circumstance that you use the item?
If I am detected.
Got it. Okay. So then, I'm guessing Echo's gonna pass turn because she's forever away.
If she can assist Dubar in any way, shape, or form, she will. Other than that,
Not really. There's not much she can do over there.
alright.
Alright, so now... it is the dragon's turn. And the dragon looks, sniffs the air, looks over at the elemental, and you hear telekinetically, sort of just being, it sounds almost like broadcast just around him. A creature was called, but who cast the spell, I wonder?
Not me.
And the dragon is going to make a perception check to try and
no.
find you.
I am invisible. Fuck you, everyone.
I mean,
I want-
am.
You're both invisible, so I want you both to roll stealth checks with advantage.
But I've passed. Oh, you didn't cast. That's just.
Oh my god. You both have advantage, so
No pressure, right?
what'd you get, Bran?
It was a 17 on the first one, and nat 20 on the second. Plus
Oh,
12.
so that makes it a 32.
Correctamundo, good sir.
The dragon just doesn't notice you.
Oh my god.
So
I'm glad I rolled a nat 20.
you see it sniff again. I smell one. And then the wings begin to beat and bellow.
Oh no.
And it is going to move to where it
No,
smells
what?
you.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No.
And it is currently flying above the gorge. And you hear, I don't know exactly where you are, but that hardly matters. And it begins to bellow up this cloud of toxic gas from deep within its body. And, Jules, I'm going to need you to make a con save.
That's not very good.
Nope. No, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Jules, you take
No.
55 points of poison damage.
No.
Holy.
No. I have 67 max HP. I'm at 61 damage.
You have 6 HP.
Why are you laughing? This is not funny.
You're in quite the predicament.
Well, I fulfilled my role. At the end of the day, the rest of the team.
Your role involved not dying.
That was not in the contract. The show must go on. Go.
So, that is going to end the dragon's turn, and it is just going to stay flying in the air above the gorge. So, Jules, you're up.
You're still invisible. GTFO. So, remember the part where I was like, what do we do about the dragon?
Listen,
Anybody
I've
else
got
remember
that
that?
handled. I've got that handled.
You're in
Do
the big
you
leagues,
guys have
buddy.
yours? I've got this handled. He is out of the middle. The bridge is free.
I got mine. I'm good.
Where the fuck are you guys? Where the fuck? Oh, fuck me. I'm thinking. I didn't know I was up this quick.
Yeah, and taking 55 points of damage or whatever you just took.
Hold on 1 second.
Was that gas? Is it lingering?
No, it's not lingering.
Okay. Okay.
Is taking a potion an action or a bonus action?
Taking a potion, I believe, is a bonus action.
Oh.
Not gonna break your hinges though, is it?
A greater healing potion heals for how much?
A greater will heal. Let me actually get that out because I don't exactly know.
2d8 plus con.
Potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
Seems better.
As a bonus action, I will chug that first and foremost.
Okay.
How many D4?
4d4
4.
plus 4.
I'm gonna roll it in
44
person
health?
because
That sounds good.
Okay, yeah, no,
that's
do
double
your thing.
ones. And then a 1 and a 2. So 5 plus how much?
4.
4, 9.
Cool. So,
That is not nearly as good as the 20 I was hoping for.
51. So I'm down to 50.
Up to 50. Think
Up to
positively.
50. Yes, of course. Shit.
Run.
Shit.
Run
Do I
away.
run? Do I run?
Yes. Yes, you do not need to eat another one of those.
Lane, how far is this?
Finding an invisible passed out Jules does
Uh,
not sound like a fun activity while a
that
dragon
is-
over top of
That
you.
is 75 feet. That's back where Dubar and Bran are. Or, sorry, Dubar and Echo.
How do I cancel this? Oh,
I got
shit,
you.
I closed the window. Can you share it again? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I pressed the wrong button and it closed the whole window.
Wait,
So how are we gonna run from this dragon, by the way?
there we go.
I mean, I was just kind of hoping he'd stay behind after.
Oh, yes. He seems like that kind of guy. Especially after he blew up his favorite resting spot.
Shit. I'm
Yeah,
going
Matrix.
to... You're up here too with me, though.
Yeah, and I haven't even got to the fun part yet.
Yeah. Okay, question. Did my drinking the potion break my invisibility?
Let me look at the spell specifically.
Visibility, I think you attacked something.
We are about to find out.
What is
Pretty
that?
sure on my invisibility it says me and items on my person are invisible.
If I moved, would it break my invisibility? I assume.
The spell aims for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So, you are still invisible. But when does Misty
If I
Escape
move-
say that you break invisibility?
Misty
Probably on
Escape.
those triggers.
No, it's just until the start of my next turn.
Oh, so you're not invisible anymore already.
Oh, okay. That's not good. It's not good at all, Jules.
Are you about to drop the things?
Oh, that's still a turn out at least. I gotta get there and get him out. And I haven't even seen... I can just make it there. But I
Do you
can't
have an
even
exit plan?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes. Kind of, sort of.
Because I'm committing to being your exit plan.
No, go. You need to get out of here. Best case, you get out of here. Worst case, you bring the dragon with you. Either way, I kind of win.
How about this? I
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. Do it. Go.
hate the amount to bank there.
Okay. And poof, in a puff of smoke, you're gone. Back with Dubar and Echo. And for the sake of argument, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
I don't see Debar.
Yeah. Okay. So, that will make it Dubar's turn. Dubar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
you
now
wing?
I will.
Can you winging shot the dragon?
Well, that is one thing I was going to ask. What can I try to winging shot?
This is
So the
exactly what Winging Shot is designed to do, yes.
Okay. Well, it says it'll be knocked prone, so I don't know what you would.
I believe there's a clarification in there that if it's flying, it drops an amount of feet.
I was just looking at it. Winging shot. When you make a firearm attack, spend grip point, topple a moving target. On hit, the creature suffers normal damage and must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Maybe like the original?
The original, I think, did, and I
Or-
think it said that it drops 30 feet, because that's one turn's movement.
I mean, fuck it. I'll shoot, use grip point for a winging shot.
Okay. I will adjudicate that it will drop 30 feet. That's one full turn's movement.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, doesn't he have like 60 feet of flying? Or I assumed it was more than 30, but that.
Well, if it drops 30 to and then hits a surface from 30 feet of drop, then that could do a lot of damage. So, like, you know.
Either way, I am all about getting this dragon out of our hair for one turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
go ahead and
so
make
I
your
will try.
attack.
Is he like
24.
level?
He's about 5 feet above level.
Okay.
24.
I was like, if he's 30 feet up in the
Okay,
air, then
24
that's not gonna do
will
anything.
hit.
Strength saving throw.
What is the save?
Strength.
No, yeah, what's your DC?
Oh, 17.
17. Oh, 17? Oh shit,
Yeah,
I thought it
does
was lower
8
than that.
Plus proficiency plus dex. Oh, that's 16. Okay.
16?
Yeah, 16.
Okay, that doesn't change anything, but that's still higher than I thought. So, roll damage.
Okay, I get 2d12. That is average damage. So plus dex is 16.
16 points of damage. So, you see as the shot blasts out, and it clips right onto the bone in one of the dragon's wings, to which it immediately just recoils and pulls its wing in, causing it to drop about 30 feet down. It should not have failed that save.
I'm assuming it gets like a plus 8 or 9 or something.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but it drops 30 feet down below the surface. Now, Skull Gorge is pretty much vertical, so it doesn't hit anything. But it's 30 feet down and currently cannot see anything that's going on above the surface of the gorge until its turn.
Okay, that's actually really good.
So I can't really hold my bonus action attack.
No, that's not really a thing.
Yeah. Okay, well that's all I can do, I think.
Okay.
Or if I use action surge, can I then hold it? Or how does that work?
Action, sir? No, that still doesn't work. It just gives you another action on your turn. Unfortunately,
You can't hold that action?
no, unfortunately with the action surge, I do not believe. You know what? I will Google to double check, but I don't think it works that way.
Action surge and I hold.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm so eager to
Eventually.
do something else. I'm not going to do anything else this turn until something happens.
I've got all this adrenaline. Not gonna wait.
I gotta remember what Indomitable does. That's something about a saving throw, right?
Sure.
Like, you can just reroll a saving throw, can't you?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so actually, here's something neat. You can do that. But just FYI, you cannot hold two actions.
Oh, okay.
So the way it works is when you ready an action, you then use your reaction on the off turn to use the readied action. But since you only ever have one reaction, even if you hold two actions, which you can do, you can only react to one of those held actions.
Okay, well I will action surge and save. Oh, come on, erase, you stupid son of a... And wait to shoot the barrels until Bran is clear.
Got it. All right, now, I'm sorry. I was supposed to do this at the top of the round before Jules' turn, but I completely forgot. Dubar and everyone else, as you all kind of look up from this fight that you're now engaged in, Jules being already very grievously injured, although I want to say, Jules, this is before you teleported away, but
Yeah.
it doesn't change anything. You look to the other side of Skullgor Bridge, and at just the edge of the horizon line, you see the fires of an army marching up towards you. It is still a ways away, but it's there.
Oh god.
Oh, kind of close, eh?
So, now it is Archer 4, who... Bran, you're still invisible,
he's-
right?
I am indeed until the start of
And
my
he's-
next turn.
Can you see over the wall of light?
Yeah, because he's 40 feet up and the wall's only 10 feet up.
Holy shit.
So he's just gonna make a quick little, Perceptive boy to try and find you, but you rolled like a 32, right?
Correctamundo.
Okay, so it would have to be a nat 20 for him to find you. Nope. Veteran 1's out of the combat. So Archer 2, same situation. None of them know where you are and everyone else is gone. So I'm just rolling for nat 20s at this point. 3. Nope. It's a good roll, but nope. And the last one... just no. Alright, so the archers cannot see any targets at this point. Because
So
the
they
rest
exit
of you are
combat,
behind the
right?
tree line. What?
So they exit combat, right?
No, they're still in the combat because you're still... they're still aggro. They're still engaged. The fire elemental is also fucked off. And now, Bran, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to go 40 feet and slap some barrels down.
Okay, so you use your action to put the barrels down, and you have 40 feet of movement, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you put down the barrels.
And-
That's your action. Now what are you doing?
Guess I'll use my bonus action to go invisible again.
To go what?
I'll
Whoa.
go invisible once again.
Okay.
Hold on. 1 second, actually. I don't think this is a bonus action, but... oh, it is. Okay, just kidding. I'm actually... The barrels are good, right?
Yep, you've set them up.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step and teleport 30 feet back.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, Dubar, this is a trigger. The barrels are set. Are you doing it now or are you waiting?
A lot of barrels.
There's a lot of barrels. I can move 40 feet. And I still have one more trick up my sleeve for if I start getting... Actually, if you wait one more turn, I'm basically guaranteed safe from the barrel explosions.
Yeah, I assumed he would be like off of the bridge, so no, I'm not going to.
Okay, then. So, that will end Bran's turn, making it the dragon's turn.
I should have shot him again.
Who is...
Alright, get
And
it back
he's,
down.
he's
What?
below the...
I said I should have held my action to shoot him again, but that's fine.
So, he is going to fly up, and you're not invisible, are you, Bran?
I am not.
Okay, so the first thing he's actually going to do is we're going to see if he recharges his breath weapon. Okay. So, the dragon flies back up the 30 feet that it fell, and you can just feel the fury from this thing, and it looks around, and you're not obscured, really, from it, and you're not invisible, so it does see you.
Even around the size of that tower?
But here's what we're going to actually find out. Okay. So it looks around and you hear in your head, and yes, it does see you, because part of it sticks out, it has line of sight. Just barely. It says, interloper. But what is this? And you see his head sort of immediately fixate on the barrels. And it just is like, no! And it's gonna move toward the barrels.
Bar.
Well, it can only get there, I'm assuming.
So what is its fly speed? Let me find out exactly. It used 30 feet to come up. And its speed is okay. So it used another 30 to get there. So, actually no, it still has 20 feet of movement left.
Jesus.
And it is reaching down to try and pick the barrels up.
Take the shot.
Oh, can I shoot now?
Your action is for when the barrels are set up, and they are set up. You still have the trigger.
All right. Yeah,
Send it.
I'll do it. What grip points do I have? Disarming, winging, force. Okay, so none of that.
Okay, hold on. I need to see something.
Am I about to get instantly eviscerated?
We are about to find out. So 4 of these are going off. You're not getting eviscerated because you're out of range.
Nice.
I did not know that, by the way, when this started.
Me either.
Well, and now the dragon is in range?
So here, real physics question. I'm curious, would the range of an explosion increase based on the quantity of explosive?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't think it's linear. Does that mean it doesn't like if two
So
barrels have
even
20
even
feet,
if
it's not
it
40.
okay, then even if having 4 made it 40, then you'd be in range. But I'm not gonna do that. Here's what I'm gonna say: you are in range, but you're gonna take half damage because of your distance.
I'm okay with this. What I was about to say is that, like, it's not like actually okay. If you're in the circle, you're gonna take 40 feet, and if you're outside the circle, you're not gonna take any. It's like just fall off, basically.
It's still probably gonna be a substantial amount of damage.
Holy cow! What kind of damage out of curiosity?
This would be fire damage.
Okay. That's good to know. Because I have resistance to, since we were fighting a dragon, I chose fire, even though in hindsight it's a green dragon. But my APC has saved me, maybe possibly.
So
because Deathwalker's board.
it did the 4 explosive barrels together did a total of 100 damage.
Okay.
God, that's oh, he's actually kind of hurt.
Halved to 50.
Okay.
And then halved again.
So 25?
Yes. And like a real hero, you don't look at explosions. As you see this, like, it's not a fireball like you're expecting, a big slow thing. It's like high explosive. Just a sudden crack fills the air and fire erupts out from where these barrels were. And from your distance, Dubar, you see the dragon is thrown backwards away from these barrels a good distance and starts to plummet again. And you see it's just covered in burns and pieces of the scales are just blown away from it due to its proximity. And Bran, you are like lifted up by this explosion and thrown a little ways, taking 25 points of fire damage as you tumble and try to pick yourself back up onto your feet.
How far forward does it move me?
It moves you forward by about another 10 feet.
Alright. Actually desirable outcome.
Which, by the way, this is not like you were running from an explosion. This was Misty Step, foomp, away from it, and then, about the time your feet hit the ground, foom! So, and
I'm
as
not instantly dead, so...
So as you all watch, and Bran, you sort of pick up and just glance behind you, the center of the bridge is rubble, and it is collapsing out from the middle. And Skullgor Bridge is very definitively destroyed. Are you all attempting to run?
I think that was the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as I regroup with these guys, I'm casting Pass Without Trace.
Well, hold your cookies just a little bit, because we are entering a skill challenge. Skill challenge, yes. So, as you make your way and regroup with the rest of everyone, there's this moment of like triumph and celebration until you hear the wings of the dragon beating again, now burnt and scarred by what you've just done to it. And you hear not a telepathic scream like you have been hearing, but just a titanic roar. And it comes up over the canyon, looking at where Bran had just run, right into the tree line, right at all of you, and it begins to fly your direction. What are you guys doing to try and escape the dragon? To be clear, how a skill challenge works, by the way, you actually use your skills. You tell me what skill you want to use and how you want to try and use it to get away from this guy, and then there's a roll associated.
You mean skills as in the skills tab, or I have an action?
Like skills tab. It's not like actions. Any of you can say, I have a thing I want to do, and then just do it. But you cannot use the same skill twice.
Okay, well, mine are acrobatics, history, perception, and persuasion. So one of those will work, maybe.
Acrobatics, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely stealth, survival, and perception. Everyone. And I guess athletics as well.
I have deception.
Oh, could you try and... Don't you have illusion magic, Jules?
I'm not perception.
That's what I was asking. Like, do I have an action, or is it just like a skill check? What is the?
It can be an action. It can be a bonus action. It can be whatever you want. Just tell me how you want to utilize a skill in the process of escaping this guy.
How far away is he?
At this point, he's about 40 feet away.
Okay.
Is
Also,
Bran
just-
with us, or...
Yeah, Bran's with you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going. So do we have Pass Without Trace or no?
Yeah. Well, you can use it as one of the things that you're using as part of the skill challenge, if you want.
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
going to turn
because
around on it and cast something.
Okay, one of you gets to do something first, and then it's the dragon's turn. So what are you doing?
I will use Pass Without Trace in conjunction with stealth to try and stealthily guide us.
Okay, so go ahead and make a stealth check, adding the 10 from Pass Without Trace.
That is a 18 plus 12, so 30 plus 10
Okay.
is 40.
Oh my god. So, Yeah,
This is why I wanted to pass without trace.
you take off into the woods and begin to immediately make tracks away from this dragon. Now it knows you're there and it saw where you were, so it is still tracking you. But that is one success toward the skill challenge successes. So now the dragon is going to make use of its tracking to try and find you.
So I get one of us gets a turn, then the dragon, then one of us gets a turn, then the dragon, and so on.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Can
So-
someone forego their turn and then somebody else? Or do we all have to use it?
You all have to use your turn before you can go again. So Dubar and Jules have to do something before Bran can go again.
Okay.
So the dragon is following you. It's sometimes you notice that occasionally you'll have little beats where you manage to lose sight of it, but because it's flying, it is still loosely following you. What are you guys doing now?
I will cantrip minor illusion and create the sound of 3 footsteps going the opposite direction.
Okay. So go ahead and make a deception check.
I'm going to use my actual dice for this because I'm screwed.
You don't trust fantasies totally random?
That's a 13 plus 8.
Ooh. So that is a success again. So the dragon begins to hear what it knows that it's you, and you see it veer away. It's still at the periphery of your vision, but it's going the wrong direction. Let's see what it can do. All right, again, it's at the very periphery, but it is fading fast. You have 2 out of the 3 needed successes. What are you guys doing?
Well, I guess it's up to me.
Yep.
And how far could I... Well, I guess that's acrobatics. How far could I logically throw a grenade?
With this kind of adrenaline, I think the actual range on it is like, what, like 40 feet or something?
It's a fireball spell.
Oh, but a fireball can go like 200 feet or something.
Yeah, and I cannot throw a thing 200 feet, but...
We'll say for the point of a fantasy game, 50 feet.
Well, so people can throw baseballs almost the whole length of a field, and that's like 100 feet.
Okay, we'll call it 100. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Okay. I'm going to throw... So, Jules did the footsteps in one direction, and I sort of want to do it like in the same general direction, but like slightly off. So
Okay.
like he's like, if that makes sense.
That makes sense to me. As for a skill to associate it with,
I mean,
That's
acrobatics.
that's a real loose interpretation of acrobatics. What I will allow, though, is because you have tool proficiencies, I'll allow it to be tinkers, because you're using one of your contraptions.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a tinker's check, which will actually be intelligence plus proficiency.
Yep. So I get +9 with that. And I needed it. It was 15. If that even works.
15. Okay, so that's your first fail.
Damn.
So the you throw it, but not quite as far as you want, and the explosion does draw the dragon's attention back to you a little bit. It's not quite honed in on you, but it's now headed in your direction. And I will now do a thing for him. Okay, so it is scanning for you, looking for you. Now any of you can take an action again. What's the play? You can't use same skill twice.
Alright. So, this could be one of 2 things. I want to look around and find somewhere that would kind of increase our ability to hide, like some kind of like berm or something for us to like hide behind or something, or I don't know, like the trees being thicker in one direction, so maybe we could have like right line of sight more easily. And I would like to either use perception or survival.
I'll let you use survival to try and make use of the forest around you in a very hunter kind of way to find a good hide.
That is a 20 dirty.
20 dirty. So, you begin to scan the area around you. And eventually you find a very dense thicket full of thorns and leaves and shrubbery and all this other natural stuff that would obscure you. It's going to be uncomfortable to sit in, but that's part of what makes it a good hiding spot. And you kind of guide everyone and just dive off into it and cover yourselves. The dragon circles the area and then lands. And it looks around. And you hear telepathically, "Where did you go? Where are you hiding?" And it's going to make one last roll. Hear me, heroes. The Hunt Master will find you in time. And he begins to beat his wings and fly away.
That definitely won't ever come back for us.
Yes.
But wait till we get our dragons.
So, you have successfully destroyed Skullgor Bridge and evaded a dragon.
All in a day's work.
Level 11.
I didn't even do the thing. Oh well.
Nick, let's send it here. We're still alive.
Also, I would definitely heal Jules up, by the way. So.
Okay, go ahead and cast a spell, just so that we get the spell slot marked off.
I will give him 2 cure wounds. Which I guess I'd roll for, technically.
Yes.
So that will be 6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. 7, so 13 for the first one, and 14 on the next one.
Okay.
7.
Feel better? Oh, I guess I could.
A little bit, yes.
Would you like more heals?
That's fine. As long as there's no more dragons, that's fine.
Well, there will always be more dragons.
Today,
Are dragons like stupid rare? Or stupid rare?
Yeah, they're incredibly rare. For everybody but you.
I mean, you could say that for a lot of things. Say that
So-
for a lot of things that we've encountered.
So, before we end, there is one other thing I want to get through tonight.
Okay.
So, as you guys are resting and recuperating, you begin to suspicion that you're being watched. And before you even really have time to react, you hear, "Well, a mighty beast befell my area. But he was not alone. Who walks wayward my way through fate's fickle fane and forest?"
Make a perception check of where that's coming from.
Yeah, same.
You see, as you turn around and sort of examine just beyond where you guys are hiding, there's just a tiny little clearing, and in that clearing there is this very old woman wearing just like burlap and linen clothes. hunched over and just staring each of you in the eye.
I will detect magic. Eldritch Sight.
You use Eldritch Sight?
Yeah.
The woman is shining like a goddamn beacon.
She's magic.
If she found us and the dragon didn't, then I would hazard that guess.
As you guys are sort of examining, she goes, "Dost thou deign to dote upon the damned, or condemn the crone? Do I find friend or foe?"
Hopefully, friend. Assuming you don't try and kill us or maim us or injure us, we could certainly use a friend at the moment.
The dragon did damage enough.
Yes. I'm gonna step out from my hiding spot since it's not serving any real purpose. And then I will say, I am Bran.
And she then looks at the next one of you.
I am Brad.
And I am bad. No, Jules just is fucking hurt. He's just sitting there just like, ugh.
And this is Echo. I just heard Echo.
Yeah, Jules doesn't say anything. He's just in pain. Out of spell slots. Tired.
A warrior,
And
a liar, and a fool. And a panther.
I think that's pretty on spot.
I didn't say anything. What do you mean a liar?
She called me a liar.
Oh. I'm a warrior. Okay.
And I?
Pleasure.
I'm a crone, nothing more. No name noted or in need of noting. Only old bones, older still since you arrived.
We've been here like 10 minutes.
You've been here longer than that, Dubar Gardal.
What, in the forest? Hey, wait a minute. There's something you're not telling us.
Hold on. Trying to think. Is this being an elf perchance?
An elf?
Mm-hmm.
Make a nature check. Man, from no nature checks at all to like 4 in one game. Wow.
I'm glad I'm actually kind of okay at nature. Only +1. Say 14.
14. She looks humanoid, maybe some elven features, but not much of either for descriptory purposes. Like, you can't really tell. Possibly half elven. But very old and wrinkly and distorted by age and weathering to such an extent that she becomes very hard to read.
I'll give you a deal, miss. If you can help me healing up, I'll tell you a secret.
A secret for me. What a change of turn. Tell me, traveler, what tale do you have to tell?
I point at my wounds.
And you see her reach out her hand, and she's going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you. What's Cure Wounds do, Bran? I can't remember.
1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, wow, she rolled pretty good. You are going to heal for 14 points of damage.
Oh. there is an army of undead heading this way.
That is your secret?
He's not very good at
You-
secrets.
You knew this?
Not
I'm gonna
many
guess
do.
Since she knew that we were in the forest, and we sure didn't know that she knew. She is more than just a humble old lady, I'm guessing.
How did you know there's an army of undead?
I know. Because it behooves me to know.
Do you know who runs it? I know who. Do you know who runs it? I know who runs it.
I know who runs you.
That's not. It's not part of the. It's not the.
Honestly, I'm intrigued to know who runs us because, as far as I'm aware, pretty autonomous.
Many
Let's go-
masters
Ghost
rule
Lord.
you, Master Bran.
Ghost
A
Lord
maiden.
runs it. Yes, Ghost Lord. That's what I said. Yeah.
A maiden, a matron, and a man of malcontent.
You're no fun.
Why do you know all this?
Well, you see,
And why are you here now?
because,
Joseph says that again.
Dubar, all things come in three. And thus I am needed. The born stage, the young, the middle stage, of farming and motherhood, and then me, the elder days at the twilight of life. I am here to tell you what the others would not or could not. So by bitter banter of fate you listen, O heroes of Rend. For dauntless you dower toward doom. But which doom? A foul fortune forged by fate's hatred? Or an ill end interred by ill friends? Or ill lovers? Which way would one rather? And as she says ill lovers, she eyes you straight up and down, Dubar.
I want to say I fancy myself a pretty smart fellow. Can we skip with the riddles? Just assume we'd get it and get straight to the point.
It isn't a riddle. I only give you signs to follow, find fault or forget. But help has and will be handed down handily. If you festoon your focus to me, I behold a prophecy.
No, a prophecy.
3 witches you shall meet along the road to your fate. The first at twilight, the second at night, and the third at the coming of day. When the 3 are brought together, the maiden, the mother, and crone, the sword of kings may yet find new life in the lands that the wilds call home.
Caliburn, question.
So you are intelligent after all.
I told you.
Oh. We didn't get this far in looks alone.
No,
Well, some
I'm
of us
certain of
could've.
that. There are 5 spirits acting upon your lives, each tied to the Fae. The maiden, the mother, the crone, the traitor, and the trickster. Who will come out ahead? I wonder.
The traitor.
You
Why
know
would
the
that
traitor.
be acting? Do I?
You are at war with the traitor as we speak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. See, I'm smart, I told you.
So we know who the maiden is. The mother, I'm guessing she's the crone. And then I have a stinking suspicion who the trickster is. Do we know who the mother could be, possibly? And she did refer to herself as a crone, right?
Yeah, she did. What, so I think the mother is who we met on the way here?
No, I think
Or
that's
the
the
maiden?
maiden.
The
Yeah,
maiden.
that's
Okay.
definitely the maiden. The mother. And she said we've met
Is-
3 of them so far on this journey?
No, she
Wait.
said, I will repeat the prophecy. 3 witches you shall meet along the road to your fate. The first at twilight, the second at night, and the third at the coming of day.
Well,
When the 3
it's
are
not
brought...
here.
It is night right
It's
now.
not. Okay, so the other one we met was at twilight, right? The maiden was
An apt assumption.
okay.
Yeah. So, maiden, crone, now we meet the mother. Later.
Possibly.
Possibly. And what should we get from the mother?
Whatever she deigns to give. Remember, when the 3 are brought together, the maiden, mother, and crone, the Sword of Kings may yet find new life in the lands that the wilds call home.
I mean, whenever you say the maiden, the mother, well, never mind. I'll say it later. I'm just gonna be distracting. But how are we supposed to bring you there and the maiden?
Ask me no more questions, child. Some things you aren't meant to know yet.
This is why I hate magic.
Your kind know nothing of magic.
I'm glad of it.
Blind babies billowing blasts of arcane bravado, knowing nothing of true power.
Riddle me this. How are we supposed to reunite the maiden, who's currently held captive by the traitor?
It is a problem, isn't
with-
it?
Indeed. And then, assuming we get that completed, tell me why we would even enact such a plan. What would we gain from doing such a thing? Not
would you
even
gain?
we as humans.
Everything.
Not even humans. We of this plane.
Look around you. Look at your lands. See what they've become. Usurpers vying to take a throne while the true king, as he thinks himself, is gone fighting the largest war any has ever seen. The lands are bathing in blood. Because there is no true king. Because in the north, the lands you call Fairland, Eisenreich, Cambria, the Freeholds, whatever names you give them in this land, the only king is the one who wields the Sword of Kings, and it is lost. And there will be no peace until it is found.
Is she telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
That is a 16 plus things. 16 plus 7. So 23.
She has not said anything false, but you get the sense she's not saying everything.
And what is it that you have to gain when the sword is reforged or given new life, as you say? What does one from the Fae stand to gain from such an arrangement?
My motives are mine. Leave them to me.
And if you will be part of this grand scheme, I would very much like to know them.
I am part of this, but it is no scheme. It is simple. There will be no peace till the sword is found, but it shall not be reforged by simply a tyrant or a fool. This world must earn the right to remain, and someone must earn it for this world.
And you turn to us.
I turn to the people who are here. I don't
Convenient.
believe you'll succeed.
Then what hope have you?
I don't hope. I'm too old for hope. I just have a job to do.
Well, I can tell we're all getting a little testy, and before sparks start flying, maybe we should go our separate ways.
There shall be no sparks. Do you think one who has lived as long as I could be turned to violence from the idiocracies of a few weary travelers? No.
Well,
You
Same.
pulled up to us. We didn't.
Exactly. Here to deliver a message, to complete a job. Now, do what you must. Slay the traitor. Reunite the three witches. And then she turns and looks right at you, Jules. And only time will tell what will come from and of the trickster.
I hate magic.
And at that point, you see that she actually just sucks herself into the ground. She just disappears into the ground beneath your feet.
Well, that's a new trick.
Can either of y'all do that?
Definitely not.
About 10 minutes prepping some digging here.
You know what else you could prep for 10 minutes, Jules?
What?
Why she seems so interested in your trickster.
That wasn't
What is
about
she?
me. That wasn't me.
She was pretty
There's someone
clearly
else.
looking at you.
She said dawn and it's night. It's no.
Yeah,
Jules.
no, Jules.
That wasn't me.
We're both just like staring you down hardcore.
Those wounds look a little rough. You need help walking there, bud?
You know what? It's late. And,
Apparently we
know-
gotta meet someone in the morning, so...
yeah. We need to get our rest. So, all right, gang. I'll settle down here.
We need to keep moving.
Oh.
Okay,
I think
so before we end for tonight, do you guys have any idea what your plan would be for the next leg of your adventure?
That was more Jules just being like, yeah, we're done here. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I assume we're headed back to the keep to start preparing.
Part of it hinges on whatever this mother has to say in the morning, right?
Yeah, but we can at least, like, start heading that way.
To the keep, or we need to go back to... No, we need to go back to whatchamacallit. What's the name of the town?
I don't know what you're calling it.
No.
Alton?
Layerfridge. Alton, yes.
What's in Alton?
Where the army is headed? The one we just deterred?
What? Do we have plans there?
We were going to help fend off the attack, and then there's also another branch that was heading to Alton from a different direction.
Oh, is that our armies moving? Or our regiment? I guess?
Yes, they're moving to Alton as well.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah. So we can either just beeline it back there, or we can swing by Wrath Keep and see what happens, see what information we can gather from there. Which
I'll
they
leave it up to y'all too on that.
They may be expecting company now that had such an explosive presence.
What was supposed to be at Wrathkeep?
I mean, there was Claw. He's the leader stationed at Wrathkeep,
I
and
mean,
he has like actual plans in his war in there. So
that might
could,
be a worthy objective.
yeah, could be a good boon.
Yeah, let's
So,
do that.
alright, and then swing back to Alton, I think. So
Okay, then.
I think that's the plan. If Jules is in agreement.
Where's Athena?
Good question.
She was on her way to Gravesford.
Yeah.
Based on the distance you know, with her being a flying creature, she should be back relatively soon.
And I can dismiss her at any time, right?
Yeah, and just poof her back, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her just a little bit more time, just to make sure.
Just wanted to keep that in.
Yeah. So all things gone well, which I guess I'll know whenever I can bring her back. But she should have got word to Edmund. So. Okie dokie. And with that, they shall go sleep.
We will call it for the night. And to the internet, I bid you a fond farewell. Bye, guys.
So long, farewell.